Hey everybody, Ms. Dietrich here. We're taking a look at question number 15. It says, Sylvia bought a pen that cost half the price of the notebook she bought. The cost of the notebook was X dollars. Write an expression that represents the total cost of both items. Explain your thinking. All right, so first of all, if we're talking about total cost, that's going to suggest that we're going to have whatever the pen is, and we're going to come up with something, and whatever the notebook is, and we would add those two things together, and that would be the total. Now, the pen, we know that it's half the price of the notebook, and they want us to use X to represent the dollars for the cost of the notebook. So let's put in the X for the notebook. And in class, we talked about how would I show this, half of it. Well, in class, we talked about 3 different ways to show half of something. One way is to just take the variable and just put a coefficient of a half in front of it. This means half of n. This means half of n because n divided by 2 is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. Or we can express it this way. So these are 3 different ways to express it. Now probably this is the one that you're going to see most often in an algebraic setting. So they don't want us to use an n, they want us to use an x. So let's write it as x divided by 2. All right, now they do want you to explain your thinking, and I think probably the most critical piece of your explanation is to state how you knew what half of something looks like. And, write your explanation for that in the space. Over here it says, write an expression that represents the cost of the items if Sylvia buys 5 pens and 2 notebooks. Now we're just going to take what we already have here, which is x divided by 2, and then we're just going to say that we're going to have 5 equal groups of that. And then same thing, we're going to bring our plus sign down, and we're going to write our x. But they're talking about 2 notebooks. So if we have 2 notebooks, that means we're going to multiply this by 2. And this is our expression that'll fit this situation. All right, but again, they want you to explain your thinking. So in your explanation, you might say that if we have 5, groups of whatever the cost is to get the pen, and 2 groups of whatever it costs to get the notebook, and we add those 2 things together because we're interested in the cost of both items altogether, or both types of items altogether, this would work. All right, good luck finishing your explanation. I would, maybe put your explanation over here. Make sure you're using words. Do your best with spelling, and make sure that it's coherent. All right, hope you found this video helpful.